Hi there. How'd y'all like Song Sung Blue? My name's Hugh Jackman. I'm going to moderate today. And you've got a big panel here, as you can see. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to start bringing them out. Here, first up, producer John Fox. Producer John Davis. Actor, he's so funny. Mustafa Shakir. As Rachel, actress Ella Anderson. As a dentist in this, Fisher Stevens. Jim Belushi. That was Kate Hudson. Hugh Jackman. And director, writer, producer, Craig Brewer. All right, congratulations. You all fit on the stage. It's a brand new theater. And I think they really like the movie, guys. Craig, let me start with you. This is an incredible true story, and in fact, it was a documentary. How did you come upon it? Did you see the documentary, or why did you want to do this particular story as a narrative kind of movie here?
I went into a film festival in Memphis, Tennessee in 2009, and read the program, and what do I want to see today? And I saw that there was something about a Neil Diamond tribute band, and like many small festivals, I was like one of 5 people in the audience watching this documentary that had been toured around on the smaller circuits, and just really fell in love. I really fell in love with the story. And since 2009, it's been that thing that when people come over to my house, they're like, I'm going to put on, and just so you know, like Greg Coase, who made the documentary, it's not like you can just go online or like go on streaming and find this documentary. You order it from him, he rips a DVD, he puts it in an envelope, and he mails it to you. And that's how you see Song Sung Blue. So I had one DVD of it, and it just became this thing that I kept showing people and saying, this is going to be my dream movie. And it really wasn't until after Dolomite is my name, and I was talking to John Davis and John Fox, who we had made Dolomite together, and they said, what do you want to do next? And I was like, it's probably this movie you may not be interested in, but it's about this Diamond tribute band, this couple that came together, but they have this really incredible story, but they just completely supported me and said, well, let's just go and try to make it.
It's so tricky when you see this movie because there's so much joy and music and comedy and then tragedy and the tone. This thing could fall like a souffle in the wrong hands, but you did a great job here. It's life unfolding that we don't have control over what happens, and particularly in tragedy, we were just talking about that. And it's a movie that they don't really make anymore. You don't see this kind of movie much now.
Yeah. I know we were talking about this earlier about when we met before, but being 12, I'm 53, so if anybody's are my age, you probably remember that time where 80s movies were coming out, and there was a lot of movies that, those movies that sometimes people make fun of, they were really like working class movies that you could experience the movie again with the soundtrack. You look at Flashdance, she was a welder. You look at Footloose, you look at Purple Rain, and you look at like Pretty in Pink, and she's afraid to show her boyfriend where she lives. they were really like about people that, you know, didn't have a lot, but they had big hearts and they were dreaming for big dreams. And I personally have felt that, I mean, I know that it kind of feels in the same family as Hustle and Flow or Dolomite, but John and I realized that they really weren't making those kind of stories much anymore. And they really, I think, were the lifeblood of some of the movies that I really was inspired by when I was young.
And you were saying a lot of, almost everyone turned it down as well when you guys went out, right?
It's true. It's true.
Not almost everyone, everyone. Literally everyone, except for Universal. Universal actually, Peter Kramer. The movie wouldn't exist without Peter Kramer saying, I see what you guys see, let's do it.
We called
You know,
in
Peter's
a
musician.
favor back. We called in a favor from them, and hopefully we did a favor back to them.
Oh, that's great. And they're opening on Christmas Day. I mean, that means a lot of confidence in this, and perfect for families too. Hugh Jackman, great performance again. So, are you friends with Neil Diamond now?
I say he's my friend. I don't know what Neil was saying. But yeah, we hung out. We did karaoke a week ago. I did karaoke with Neil Diamond. That was cool.
What did you sing?
Well, the first thing that was sung actually was him. He did a solo, I Dreamed a Dream. And it was amazing. It's Neil, he's amazing. And then he handed me the mic, and we sung Falling in Love with You. And then we sang Sweet Caroline. And at one point at the end, he put his arm around me and he kissed me on the forehead. And I was just, that's as we were singing. Falling in love with you.
In Colorado.
In Colorado. Yeah.
Wow.
Really cool. And his kids were there last night at the premiere with Katie. It's been really special, and he rang me after seeing it. I know Kate's friends with him too, but it just meant so much to him. He knew of the story, he knew of the documentary. He had a standing ticket for Claire at almost every performance if she ever wanted to come, and she went many times. And he just loved the story. He loved because he's from Brooklyn, and he loved this idea of the battler, the underdog, that person who's fighting for a dream, you know, and a real musician. And he connected with it. He loved it.
And you really nailed it. You nailed the vocals here so believably. It's such a tricky thing because you're a very recognizable star doing an impersonation of another man who's impersonating a very recognizable star.
It did my head in a little bit. But I had a great director, and I have some things in common with Mike that I love. Both of us, I think, love to entertain. We come alive, we're on the stage. But yeah, getting into his skin and then from his skin into playing someone like Neil was really cool. It was a great challenge, and I love the script. But ultimately, I think the heart of it is this love story. And I remember Craig and the Johns actually came to me, thankfully, before the script was written. So I was so into this, and I remember ringing Craig, because Michelle, who was here, said, "Have you seen Kate Hudson on CBS Sunday?" And I turned it on, and I watched it, and I immediately rang Craig, and I said, "Kate Hudson, you've got to see this." And so having Kate, look at these actors here that I've got to work with, Michael and Perry,
It is, well, you mentioned Kate Hudson. You're sensational. It's a very difficult role. What happens to her is unimaginable. When I saw this, I knew nothing about this story. I'm going, whoa. Did this really happen? And it did.
It sure did.
Yeah.
And that car really did hit that house twice.
in the same spot.
It just, I was like, what is, how did that really happen? Yeah.
Well, what about playing Claire? She's so full of joy out there and doing a great Patsy Cline. You do a
Thank
great
you.
job.
I love how what was the question? Like
Yeah.
just getting into Claire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, first and foremost, Craig and I have wanted to work with each other for 20 something plus years. I remember seeing Hustle and Flow, and I was like, I have to know this director. And since then, we've been trying to find something we could do together. And then, thank God, Hugh saw CBS, because I read the script and I was like, how often do you get an opportunity to do all of the things that you want to do in one film? And I haven't gotten that opportunity very often. And so it was a quick yes. And then for me, it was really, I think the thing that struck me most about the script, when I know about Craig, is, you know, music movies are really, really hard to make. They're hard to make really good, because you have to have, as the visionary, as the filmmaker, you have to really understand musicality. And so immediately I was like, oh my God, Craig is going to be so in his pocket. And then as an actor, my job is to facilitate his vision and hopefully bring that to life in a way that he sees it. And like Hugh was saying, we had such a great leader in Craig, and so really relying on him for all of the beats. And I like what you said the other day, you could take a little butter off that toast. It's Craig's line, and he's you take a little butter off that toast. You maybe. And he said something to us very early on, which was I feel like you could use a little bit, you know, more sunshine, Kate, and Hugh, you could use a little bit more rain.
Yeah.
And I feel like that really kind of connected with us, and that's what led, you know, you when you're thinking of your characters and the things, and you're thinking, oh, what color is she, and all the weird stuff we do. What animal? But sunshine was clear, like always trying to find the sun. Yeah, so there was so much to do, and just to get to sing these songs. I mean, the catalog, the Neil Diamond catalog, that to be a backdrop of, you know, what were sort of like, you know, the fandom of his catalog was so much fun to discover. Because I hadn't known all, like the song at the end of the movie, I never heard that song. So it was great to really kind of get really into Neil
And to get to work with Hugh Jackman, you two together, a lot of harmony there.
Yes, immediately. I mean, the first thing we did is we sang.
Yeah.
And we showed up in this recording studio in Jersey, and we sang together. And I think that was, I mean, it was so much fun and so easy. And we're worker bees, you know. It's like, I think there's certain mentalities. Some people are the type of actors that can be quite precious. And some are real worker bees, and we're worker bees. And so when you meet,
I was going to say, I had to be a worker bee because Kate Hudson turns up, and she's really, as you can see, one of the most incredible actors going. At heart, she's a musician. That's really what you are, and you were so happy to turn up in the recording studio, which I don't love. I prefer to be on stage live than the recording studio. I feel self-conscious. So it was hard to work for me because, I don't know if you know this, but you would come in, you would sing a couple of takes, and you'd do the thing, and say, all right, bye, and then I would stay for 8 hours with Craig in remedial recording for 3 weeks.
But it was so fun to sit there. I have these pictures of you and I the first day, like singing together. And, you know, you never know what you're going to sound like with someone, you know, and it was so nice. It's just immediately we're on it. Wow.
So let's talk about this great cast that you have with you, this wonderful supporting cast. These two guys right here, Jim Belushi, Fisher Stevens. So what attracted you to playing this role of the, I guess he's the booker, the manager that comes in and gets them all these gigs?
Craig.
Yeah.
It's all about Craig. He's he's a rough guy to work with. I mean, I hate him. And his family. But, you know, Craig has the mind of a writer. He has the full heart of a director. But his soul is bathed in music. And the musicality of the script, the musicality of acting, the spirituality that we bring through the music and through our acting, Craig embodies all of that. And so it was just so easy to sit in the seat of this character with Craig at the helm. And then these two, I always say in acting, I'm always chasing the magic. Because when you feel the magic, that's why I'm here. And these two have the magic in their eyes. I mean, look in their eyes. I mean, that's what a real movie star is. Their eyes on screen, you can see everything that character feels. And when you act with them, they suck you into the scene, and you get transported into the scene. And then Kate, especially, she's always got a little smile in her eye. Looking at you, the actress in her, and she's like looking at you like, come on, Jim, show off. It's just so yummy, and it's magic. It's magic to be on camera with these two.
What happens when you look into Fisher Stevens' eyes?
You know what? There's magic and there's shit. No, when I try not to look at the picture. I mean, this guy can act. This guy, he can cry anytime he wants. And you should have seen the scene that was cut, his death scene. It was I hit him with the badger punch, he dies, he cries. It was like 5 minutes long. He had to cut it. I'm so sorry. I'll show him on YouTube right here. What a death scene.
All right, Fisher, talk about what you went into.
It was like working, it was like this. I tried to get a line in.
Ain't gonna happen around me, but.
Well, my dad went to Tilden High School in Brooklyn, and Neil went to Erasmus, and my dad loved Neil. So when I read the script, that was one of my favorite parts. I love Neil. And then Craig has made, Hustle and Flow, and I love Black Snake Moan, and it was just a great, and then these guys, and then Jim. I was really just excited to.
Yeah, Michael Puriel. I mean, come on, what a great cast. How about this young lady? It's all music. You're a musician. You're a musician. You're a musician. I'm a musician.
Thanks.
He make a good dentist, though, right?
I actually practiced that at my dentist's office.
You did?
I swear to God, I did. I was so desperate to get
He put 2 fillings in, right here.
And we were saying that you get these jobs that when you go to work every day, you can't wait to go to work every day and work with these people. And Craig created this set led by Hugh and Kate, where we were in Milwaukee, not really, but we were in our heads, and we were when we were doing the scenes, we were like in it, and it's because of these guys and Craig. We just felt we shot in real locations. We had. It was real. It was so real.
It was real, and I love what Craig says about the working class movies and the working class characters. I mean, I'm from Chicago. I worked in restaurants and painted houses, and I'm a working class guy, so it spoke to me in such a big way. It's just it's magic. I changed the title of this movie to Chasing Magic, because I think both the characters were trying to chase magic the whole time. Magic is what happened. We're so lucky to be part of magic.
And Ella, lovely performance too. remember her name because you're going to have a great career. And this is such a great movie to be in for you. And can you talk about what it was like for you?
I mean, thank you so much. I was gonna be on like a silent strike today. I didn't bring a microphone, but I don't know. I changed my mind. It was. I don't know where I would begin. It was really such a special thing that Craig crafted. I will never forget reading the script for the first time, and I was floored, but I was like, I mean, there's a lot of embellishment, of course, like this can't be real. And then I watched the documentary and I was like, whoa, these people really went through all of this. And the spirit of Rachel was one that, right off the bat, just felt at my fingertips in a way, and I was hungry to discover more and more about her. And so for me, that it brought on a lot of exploration. And I was not born in the 1990s, nor was I alive, as much as I hate to admit that. So I tried to engulf myself in that world and from head to toe scan, how can I embody her? And not only just embody her at the very beginning of the film, but, as Craig so beautifully captured this time in Rachel's life, which was really transformative. Her relationship with Mike, who became her papa, like that changed her. The things that were stacked on top of her shoulders. I mean, I remember halfway through the shoot, like carrying the stress and the responsibility of managing a family. Like Kate felt my shoulders, and I had crazy knots because, I'm echoing what everyone has touched on, but we were really living it, and it was a beautiful thing to feel that transportation.
Did you get to talk to the real daughter?
It was really important to me, and I was able to talk to Rachel before we started filming, and she confirmed a lot of my suspicions, which is the best feeling, when you're like, I feel like I have this instinct about who this person is and what they might be thinking in this moment, and that discovery is verified. And throughout the shoot, I mean, with her pregnancy, I remember I was texting in my trailer with Rachel right before I went and filmed the birth scene and the scene where I give my baby away to a wonderful couple, and just like, it was amazing to have her, right there with me, so that I could take her story and her part of Mike and Claire's love and do it justice.
So great. And Mustafa.
Yes.
Let's talk about how you did this. Have you ever done impersonations or, that kind of singing before?
No, this will be the first time I did something like this.
Wow.
But I mean, I was practicing this my whole life. I mean, Saturday morning sock dancing? No, nobody. I was doing James Brown for as long as I can remember. So, like,
We just didn't know.
Good guy. So yeah, this was just a moment to show off what I had already been doing. That little move right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
I don't know if you remember, but at the finale, when we were filming it, I said, "Man, you're doing such a great job. I mean, you're doing everything up to that thing that James Brown would do, where he would kind of go down, do the splits, and come back up." And you said, "I can do that." I said, "What?" And you're like, "I can do that right now." And you're like, "But I don't know if this costume." And I went to the costume, or I went to Ernesto, and I was like, "Can we do the splits in this outfit?" And it was like, "You can't do the splits in that outfit."
Damn it! Yeah, it was a little tight.
Well, it's a dream then to be on screen with all of them finally being able to do this, right?
Absolutely, it's just so much fun, like we were talking about this earlier, just being able to put the wig on and like some shit clothes, like half the job is done, you know what I mean? And then I just call on those memories from my childhood and bang.
Well, you nailed it. And no producers because they go over there. Like they said, like you guys said, everybody turned it down, which, you know, you hear a lot about great movies once they come out and said, oh, that almost didn't get made, but for, you know, a lucky break here and there. But John Davis and John Fox have made a lot of movies that you've seen. So talk about what made you want to make this one in particular, though. What did you find to believe in here?
It was completely unique. It was a great story. When we started listening to the story, you know, it's very hard to come up with stories that are fresh. And it's very hard to come up with stories that have really unique character relationships, and the fact it was a true story, just whatever. And John and I love doing musicals. We sing to each other. And, you know, Craig's our soulmate. We love Craig. You know, we found Craig, we did a movie with Craig, Dolomite, we had the greatest experience ever. And, you know, he came in and said to us, John, he goes, this is what I want to do. We didn't ask him what else he wanted to do. We said, this is what we're going to do. This is great. It was just a unique idea.
And the movie's such a joy because it doesn't have an ounce of cynicism. That's what I love about the movie. Not 1 ounce of cynicism. It's just people trying to do better in life. And I just felt like that's something that we should be putting out into the world.
Right. Well, listen, there's a big reception that's going on down somewhere around here. We walked around a lot, but I saw it all set up. It's going to be a lot of fun, so you'll be able to do that. And thank you all for coming out here and sharing all the stories.